I'm now joined by Monica McEwen, Managing Director, AI and Data Operations Leader for Government and Public Services at Deloitte, along with Francisco Barroso, Global Generative AI Market Activation Leader at Deloitte. Such a pleasure to have Deloitte back on DCN here at Snowflake Summit.
Thank you, Ryan. It's our pleasure.
It's great to be here today.
Monica, Deloitte recently launched their Government Trends 2024 report. What were the key highlights?
Yeah, so we release every year an annual report around government tech trends, and this year's theme was 10x government, really focusing on two things, innovation and scale. And as we think about that sort of in the context of Snowflake, a really big focus on government and infrastructure, and thinking through how the government can scale their infrastructure for today's AI and generative AI needs, not only for today, but into the future. So super excited this week to hear the announcement with NVIDIA being able to take advantage of NeMo and Cortex will allow Deloitte to now help deliver to our government clients very bespoke and custom Gen AI solutions. So that's a big theme, is sort of that focus on infrastructure and scale. And the second is on people, and so not only scaling the technology, but also scaling the people, with a focus on the citizen developer. There's so much happening right now in the world of data and AI, but there's not enough technical skills to be able to actually implement all of these things. So how can we make the interfaces easier for the non-technical users to take advantage of the data, harness the data to make more informed decisions? And Snowflake's interfaces obviously enable a lot of that for us. So those were two of the big themes this year.
Great to hear. Thank you, Monica. Francisco, from your perspective, AI remains at the forefront of executives and policy leaders' minds. How has 2024 been different than prior years with regards to adoption? And is it safe to say this technology is very much here to stay?
This technology is definitely here to stay. I had the pleasure of spending time with senior executives all over the globe because of my global role. I would say 2023 was all about understanding this technology, understanding the power of this technology, and experimentation. So I would call it the year of the proof of concept. 2024, it's all about scaling. So the technology is proven, and now it's about how do you scale. And doing a proof of concept is very, very different than having use cases at scale in production, especially in a, I would say, customer-facing capacity. And so from that perspective, it requires that executives make disciplined decisions about the data, about access to compute, about the trustworthiness of the technology. And so that's what I'm seeing right now. Executives are very much focused on laying out the roadmap, laying out the investments, laying out or determining the ecosystem of partners that they're going to work with, and understanding also how the technology is going to transform the organization, because it's not just about technology. Ultimately, it is about humans with machines. And so from that perspective, I'm seeing that over the course of this year and next year, it's all about scaling, and that's great. It's great for business, great for opportunity, and it's great for the transformation that it's going to drive.
Thank you for that perspective, Francisco. Monica, privacy and security is tantamount, especially as it relates to the public sector. How does the AI Data Cloud take these concerns off the table?
Yeah, great question. I think in the government space, they're typically laggards when it comes to technology adoption, and we've seen just the opposite with AI and generative AI, where the government is really leaning into this innovation and deploying generative AI solutions faster than any other technology I've seen them deploy, just because of their risk profile. And so as they think about deploying AI and Gen AI, the number one concern that we hear from clients is trust, and that's trust in the data, security with the data, and then the resilience of the data as well. And the Data Cloud really allows us to deliver a single platform to our clients where they can have that trust in the data due to the end-to-end data encryption that's provided in Snowflake. And then when you think about things like document and AI, the government has probably more PDF documents than any other industry, and yet those are all floating around on FTP or through email. And so now if we can pull all of that information into the Snowflake platform and start to apply generative AI use cases on top of it, it just provides a more robust, secure environment for the government to leverage all of their data, harness that data for better informed decisions, but knowing that they can do it with trust at the heart of what they're delivering.
And at the end of the day, having a positive benefit on the lives of everyday citizens.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, and we're seeing that with the Tennessee Department of Public Health just spoke, and they talked about the fact that now that their epidemiologists can get access to data more rapidly through Snowflake, they're no longer having to send data around. They now have a secure data platform, and they can make more informed decisions to have better predictive health outcomes for their citizens. So great impact there.
Great to hear. Thank you, Monica. As we know, the AI Data Cloud ecosystem is all around us. What's top of mind for both of you, and what excites you next for what Deloitte has to offer here? Francisco, why don't you kick off?
For me, it's harnessing the power of ecosystems within our firm on how we go to market, and then helping our clients understand also how to tap on the power, or I would say, the true transformative element of this technology through ecosystem partners, because this is not something that you can do alone. And so from the data that Monica just talked about, right, as you think of data and your data, public data, trading data with partners, to compute and getting access to GPUs, which are critical for AI workloads, to many of the niche players are creating solutions that are very specific. As you think of large language models, as you think of task-specific models, as you think of essentially how do you pair the right use case with the right data, with the right large language model, and how do you create that across the enterprise and govern and manage all of that. And so from that perspective, it takes a village to do that. And both from a kind of working with professionals that get you access to the skills that you need, working through obviously the data ecosystem, and then working through the ecosystem of technology partners. And so to me, it's all about the ecosystem and helping our clients understand it. And then also for our benefit, obviously, how we tap on the ecosystem to go to market and have a more compelling value proposition for our clients.
Great to hear, Francisco. And Monica, from your seat.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just echo what Francisco said. This is a complex environment, right? There's a lot of moving pieces and parts to actually bring business solutions to market. And so being able to work with multiple alliance and ecosystems to bring together a domain-specific solution for our clients is absolutely critical. And if you look around the show floor here this week, there's continued innovation happening at such a rapid speed that I'm super excited to see sort of where that goes in the next year to two. Even this year, I think there's probably double the number of your ecosystem partners here that are developing solutions that are complementary to Snowflake in some form or fashion. So as we look at that, we look at how we can bring those together and bring these business domain solutions to our clients.
Well, such a pleasure to have Deloitte back on Data Cloud Now at Snowflake Summit. Thank you so much. I'm excited to see what's next for Deloitte.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan. Great to be here.
And for the audience watching, I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. I'll see you soon.